Space has always fascinated us since the dawn of humanity, and as we evolved, the idea of space evolved with us. And today, we've become able to see millions of light into space. And all the myths we had formed regarding space had been debunked, well, at least most of them. Yet the area is so vast it terrifies us to our core. And we are still looking for some answers that cannot be explained by all the knowledge we have today. The universe is vast, and it is so immense that not just our planet or solar system, even galaxy, is merely a grain of sand in the entirety of space. And what do we call the whole of space? We still do not know. So in this video, we will talk about the top 10 terrifying things found in space that can haunt you in your sleep. Can you stay till the end of this video? Let's find out! Number 10. Galactic cannibalism. Yes, it is a thing, and it happens all the time in space. Galaxies collide with one another all the time. We are lucky that our galaxy has not decided to ram itself into another. Still, there are galaxies in the universe that collide with one another, fueling the idea that a galaxy eats the other. The phenomenon is called galactic cannibalism. According to estimates, more giant galaxies collide with smaller ones once every 8.9 billion years. Now, it may not seem too often, but considering the billions of galaxies that are present in the universe, it can happen every day, still leaving us millions of light years away from us. Number 9. Solar superstorms. The sun is on fire all the time. It has been for billions of years and will continue to burn for the next billion years. It looks consistent throughout the surface, but at times it gets incredibly bright, and this sudden burst of energy creates magnetic waves that travel beyond our solar system, called solar flares. And most of the time, these flares are accompanied by other phenomenon called coronal mass ejections. These particles usually cross the Earth, leaving a trail of the magnetic field. If that tail breaks, it will backlash on the Earth, burning every electronic device on the planet due to magnetic field excitation. It has happened before on a much smaller scale, and a bigger one is on its way that can send us all back to the Stone Age. Number 8. Solar superstorms. If we can understand how vast space is, we will realize how small we are in the universe. One of those things that we can use for scale is a supermassive black hole that has been ejected from its galaxy. According to estimates, it would take the energy of 100 million supernovas to throw a black hole into space. And it's not just any black hole, but the biggest we have seen so far in the universe. And surprisingly, it was formed from the merger of two black holes. But again, it happens in space all the time. Number 7. Rogue black holes. The idea sounds a little too absurd, how a black hole can go rogue. Still, out of everything in the universe, if we have to be worried about something going rogue, it should be a black hole, dashing through space, taking in everything that comes near its gravitational boundary. A black hole is not that much of a problem if it maintains its place, but trouble begins when it starts to move. And what's scarier is that it is not a distant phenomenon. A black hole that is as big as the size of Jupiter is observed in the Milky Way that was said to be stationary, but recent research suggests that it is moving at much higher speeds. Number 6. Zombie stars. Everything that lives has to die, and the stars are no exception. And if you can remember the science class, the death of a star is the most remarkable phenomenon in the universe. Stars die all the time, and the ones we see in the night skies are either dead and the dying light hasn't reached us yet, or it will die eventually, sadly. Our sun is also a star that is on the path to its destruction as well. But sometimes, the stars that should have died in the supernova stage mysteriously revive themselves from the set of being dead and start a new journey across space. What scares scientists the most is that we do not know how they managed to dodge their death and how they'll react when they come near our solar system. And we're not really interested in finding out. Number 5. Galaxies without dark matter. If you ever set out to find the secrets of space that are far beyond the visible universe, it is just a small fraction of its proper form. A large area of space is made up of what we know as dark matter. And what we know of dark matter is that it spans across space and it is responsible for creating the space, but that's about it. Are we made of dark matter too? But what's a galaxy without dark matter? It is debated that whatever the dark matter is and is made up of, the universe needs it to keep everything together. The galaxy and the ones surrounding it that lack dark matter tells us that it's unnecessary to keep them together. But that depends on how much we know about this dark matter. Since no one has ever seen it, we may never find out. Number 4. The moon is getting farther from us. The moon is one of the essential parts of keeping things the way they are here on Earth. And the fact that we have only one becomes quite impossible for us to survive without it. But to make matters worse, the moon is slowly drifting away from us. According to research-based estimates, every year it gets approximately 4 centimeters away from us. Number 3. Every celestial body has different sounds. Space is mostly a vacuum, and for that reason, sound cannot travel. But that does not mean that there is no sound in the room. In reality, we have recently discovered that all the celestial bodies in space produce their unique sounds. NASA recorded the planet's radio emissions and converted them into sounds to figure out the horrible and frightening sounds different planets and stars have. Number 2. What if you fall into a black hole? Since black holes are so far away from us, it's impossible to fall into one. But let's say we do get the opportunity of finding one near us. We do not know for sure what will happen. Still, we can speculate some outcomes, like it is debated that your timeline will split into 2 parts, the one in which you will burn away in the black hole instantly, and on the other, you will remain utterly harmless because time works differently than it does on Earth. From the perspective of a distant observer, you will stop near the black hole before breaking apart. And since time stops near the black hole, you'll feel yourself being sucked in without any issues. Number 1. The quasars. Quasars are not very popular among casual space explorers like us, but they are found mostly in the center of various active galaxies. They are known to be one of the most potent and most luminescent objects in the entire space zone. In fact, they are so bright that they emit light more than 1,000 times compared to our galaxy's Milky Way. So, what do they get the power from? Supermassive black holes that have billions of times more mass than the Sun power these quasars. The quasars surround the black holes, and black holes are known for devouring anything on their way. So when a black hole has enough particles around it, these particles start to explode all around the black hole. And because of these infinitely powerful explosions, they shine all the time brightly. For the record, there's nothing brighter than quasars in the entire universe. And there it is, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.